All right, so by now, you should have already downloaded your buyer data, your cash buyer data. You should have, a few hundred records, up to 1,000, maybe a little over 1,000 records, and you should have already created your pivot table, like the one I have here. Okay, where I can see the zip codes, I can see the amount of transactions that have happened in the last 6 months in those zip codes. So I can pretty much know that these zip codes have the highest buyer activity within the last 6 months. These are the number of transactions that occurred. Now, for the longest time, all you needed to do was look at these zip codes. Look, oh, there's great activity. I'm going to go ahead and target that zip code. But look what happens when you actually plug in that zip code so that you can visit virtually the area. Well, I've always told you to target properties 500,000 and below, because those are the low-hanging fruit. There's much greater chances for you to be able to do a deal with those types of price ranges. Now, if you can look at the map over here, I'm seeing a lot of properties in the 900,000s, 600,000s, 700,000s. So I don't know if this is an area that I really want to go into. I see properties in the millions. I do see that it's a nice suburban area. Obviously, it's a very desirable area. So it's going to be up to you. I mean, if you want to target higher priced properties, by all means. But for me, in this case, I'm going to go ahead and add this one because I do see, even though there's some of them that have higher prices, I do see a lot of them in the threes, some of them in the twos and the fives, and I like the area. I know that if I get a deal in this area, I'm going to be able to move it very quickly. Now let's look at the next zip code over here. 98012. No, 98270. 98270. So this I already know just by looking at the map that I'm going to like this area. I see properties in the 130s. I see properties in the 5s. I see properties in the 3s and the 4s. So I'm going to go ahead and put a yes. I am going to download data on that zip code for 98270. Okay, now let's go to the next one, 98208. 98208. Again, I am liking this area. I see 500,000 ARVs. I see a couple in the 700,000s. I see some in the 4s, but we're talking ARV. So that means that you're going to be dealing with these homeowners buying their properties in the 1s, 2s, and 3s. And then your flippers are going to flip them for ARVs of 500, 600,000, 400,000, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and add this zip code, and I'm going to go to the next one. I want to see what the next zip code looks like, 98258. Now, this particular one, let's see, 9258. I see stuff in the 350s. I see stuff in the 330s, 267, something in the 500,000s. There's a couple in the millions. This is a little bit of a more tricky area, but let's see. This one for 385. Let's take a look. I mean, it's doable. It's doable. There's a little bit of everything here. I see it's predominantly more. So I'm going to go ahead and add this zip code. This is another good zip code. 98201. Let's go and check out 98201. 98201. This particular zip code, it's right by the bay. I'm already, just because of that, I'm already seeing that there's going to be a lot of high-priced property. But no, look, there's 450, 510, 480s, 390. There's one in the millions over here, but obviously it's a multi-family situation there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this zip code as well. And let's take a look at one more zip code, 98203. And take a look at that. So again, let's dive a little deeper here. I see a lot of stuff in the 9s. I see over here in View Ridge, Madison, in the 3s and the 4s. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and add this one as well. I want to show you one that I won't add before I end the video so that you can see what kind of stuff I do reject. And that's probably going to be this zip code here. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff in the millions. It's a lot of coastal stuff. I'm going to go ahead and shy away from this zip code because I don't want to spend money and have difficulty converting. So I'm just going to skip that one. And what you're going to do is you're going to keep going line by line, zip by zip, looking at these areas and picking the ones that you want to go into. And then we're going to be downloading data in those specific zip codes and making your efforts, maximizing those efforts as much as humanly possible.